I'm going to tell you right now, as a chef, they are allowing these producers to force printed meats on the masses. I said it a couple weeks ago. I'm going to tell y'all again. I picked up a case of chicken breast. It was supposed to be chicken breast. And you could tell that it was 3D printed because none of the pieces, it was like cylinders, and none of it was sticking together. Okay, I had to throw the whole case out. I bought this case at a restaurant supplier. They are force feeding people fake ass 3D printed meats. I am now switching back to all bone-in meats. I'm not doing boneless anymore.
Shalom. This is the priest Azan Ahmath back at you with another lesson. And I pray this lesson is edifying to the lambs and the sheep of Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Ha'abrakak Wadash, and double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who do but well, and like-minded men who are teaching and preaching in the name of Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai. Salutations to the elect. All right, and I came across this article that says true scale of America's mutant meat scandal sparks alarm in government. And it's an article going into, the meats that we eat that the FDA have approved under the nose of you Americans that believe in the system that have actually voted for these people to implement these policies, to pass laws and judgments. All right, and now when you go into this article, it just, this got to be the devil. All right, and this dude, Robert F. Kennedy, he's supposed to be for Make America Healthy Again, but he's a proponent for this, right? And this is cloned meat, as we're going to read, that's been in the grocery stores and your local restaurants and the places that you travel, that you dine at, and never even told you. Right? Okay? So when we read in the book of Malachi that they are the border of wickedness, this is what the Lord is talking about. Now, it says the Daily Mail understands that the use of cloned animals in the U.S. food supply is seen as a complex problem among Kennedy's allies. The topic gained renewed attention this week when Canada announced it would allow cloned meat products to be sold in supermarkets without any disclosure, a practice the U.S. has quietly permitted for nearly 2 decades. You hear that? And see, I had posted, let me see if we can see it. Clone meat enters Canada's food supply without any labeling or safety review. See, they put this stuff out there, right? They put it out there, but no one even, no one's tripping. Okay? Right? To be sold in supermarkets, a practice that the U.S. has quietly permitted for nearly 2 decades. So you've been eating cloned meats for over 20 years, right? And anything involved with this man, Elon Musk, you know that it's tampered with. It can't be safe. Some allies of the health secretary worry that the issue could spark tensions with the movement, particularly among its tech-forward members who align with Elon Musk and view clone breeding as a potential valuable tool for boosting sustainability and environmental outcomes, right? So, look, you've been eating clone meats for over 20 years, and they haven't said anything about this, right? You don't find this on your local news channels. This ain't on CNN or, Fox News. right? Why isn't there a investigation on this? Just like pedophiles are running around freely and safely to be predators amongst children, but ICE is going after immigrants, okay, who are out here picking berries and strawberries from farms for us to eat. And now all that food is being spoiled. So then you turn around and inject MDA and all these different, poisons inside the vegetables for us to eat. Bill Gates buying all the farms, right? Putting poison all throughout the vegetables and fruits, putting all the farmers out of business. Then they give us clone meat.
A meat alternative startup out of Israel makes their product using a highly technical process. The mix of soy and pea protein, chickpeas, beetroot, nutritional yeast, and coconut fat is formed into steak-like shapes using a 3D printer.
Our goal is to become the largest meat company in the world just by harnessing technology instead of animals.
Unlike the soy-based crumbles that mimic ground beef, Redefined Meat's product is designed to act, taste, and cut like flank steak.
The renewed interest in clone meat had many Americans shocked to learn that the U.S. has allowed clone meat to be in stores for nearly 2 decades, as the Food and Drug Administration, the FDA, approved it in 2008. Okay? So they approved it in 2008. But no one knows about this. Right? This is why the Lord said, in the book of, I got it right here, the book of Job, that they are forgers of lies. This is Job 13:4. But you are forgers of lies. You are all physicians of no value. Right? I'm going to read it in the NIV. You, however, smear me with lies. You are worthless physicians, all of you. Right? And see, the Lord told us that we would eat our bread defiled. And this is what he's talking about. With these people, the rulership of the Edomite in power. Okay? That's in the book of, we're going to eat our bread defiled. And when the Lord, he had told us, man, because, that this man he ain't supposed to be in rulership. And see, we've been showing you this. Start with the apostles, the elders, the brothers, the bishops. We all singing the same song, pointing the finger at the wicked. This is Ezekiel 4:13. The Lord said, in this way, the people of Israel will eat defiled food among the nations, where I will drive them, right? The Gentiles, the wicked, right? And see, this is why he has to be stripped out of power. It says in 2010, Congressional Research Service report suggested that the number of meat products from the clones entered the food supply could be in the hundreds or even thousands. Nevertheless, the offspring of cloned animals may still reach supermarket shelves, and their products are not legally required to be labeled. So they can put clone products, just like the vegetables and the fruits, right, are GMO. Everything's been modified. Now the meats have been modified, and it doesn't have to be labeled. So, you go into the store thinking you about to get a kosher, dinner for your family, just meat, some potatoes, right, some vegetables. The meat can be cloned. The vegetables can be, genetically modified with organisms that you don't even know about, that you can't even pronounce. These scientists, right, in these labs are witches and warlocks, putting spells and doing all type of enchantments in these slaughterhouses. You don't know what they're doing. They could be having sex with the goddamn animals, which they probably do, right? Didn't that rabbi say, I wouldn't be surprised if you eating human meat, man? Hold on. All right? Hey, the rabbi, listen to this.
slaughterhouses, and those are pounds and pounds and pounds of meat that we grind up in the sausage and the hamburger, and that's why we made those the most popular thing, sausage for breakfast and hamburger for lunch. And so all the goyim out here are really eating their children. And even when we say this outright and tell you people, you don't believe it. So that's your problem.
Hey, that's your problem. They tell you outright and you don't believe it. The so-called Jew who's controlling all of these different enterprises. Okay, the white man. Right? And he's evil to himself. How could he be good to you? This is the book of Sirach. Okay, Ecclesiasticus 14:5. He that is evil to himself, to whom will he be good? Right? Who will he be good to? If he's killing his own children and other children and evil to his, just to harm the environment and harm you. Everything has to be manipulated and touched when the Lord, Yahweh Shem Shai, made everything in perfect shape. And this is a recompense of his wickedness. That's right, a recompense of his wickedness. If he doeth good, right, he doeth unwillingly. And at the last, he will declare his wickedness. All right, he'll do it unwillingly. He won't do good unto you. Everything has to be manufactured and fucked up and touched. And man, this man has to come out of power, man. We need Yahweh Shem Shai immediately. It says this means Americans could be unwittingly consuming meat or dairy derived from clones lineage without ever knowing. So all the ice cream, all the dairy, cheese.
Absolutely no reason for me to do this. This is not ice cream. This is Play-Doh. This is completely Play-Doh. Like what? Look at him. Just fucking it up. And then what? Literally, no.
Okay? Your favorite steaks and all that could be from cloned animals without you even knowing. Because of regulations, producers generally disclose only what is required by law. Okay? And they make the laws. Okay? He establishes laws, all right, by wickedness and violence. This disrupts the body. We're not supposed to live off clone meats. Okay, but you got Bill Gates that's saying that cows are polluting the system. They pass gas too much. So let's get rid of the cows and let's give them fake meat. Well, that's what they want to do in 2030. That's the agenda. Klaus Schwab said, you will own nothing. You will eat, rats and roaches and mice, crickets, and be happy. It says, and any additional information that helps promote sales, for example, non-GMO, right? That's what they've been giving us, non-GMO. As a consumer myself, I don't think we can really control what comes to the market. But it's more important to know what we're getting to have a choice if labeled, I may buy, right? But the FDA has not released any new information or data regarding the practice. It is unclear how many cloned animals are currently being used in the U.S. livestock, or how much of offspring product are hitting the shelves, right? And see, and this is the face of the people who's running the ship. Esau defiles and destroys everything he touches. And the people are in mourning because the Edomite is heartless. Okay? This is not our rest. We're living in the belly of the beast. This man has cloned meat all over Babylon the Great, and the FDA has passed this shit without even letting us know, man. This is why the earth is out of course. And it's just the tip of the iceberg. They've destroyed the whole food chain, the air, right? Chemtrails, the soil with Monsanto. You've poisoned the sea. All the sea life is dying and just washing up on shores. The environment is damaged. And the people, we're poisoned. We got plastic in our bodies because we've been ingesting the foods that this devil has been giving us, man. That's why we got to pray over everything that you touch. This means Americans may be unwillingly consuming meat from a cloned byproduct without knowing. And this is how you make America healthy again. Right? What's that in Sirach 13? We're already in 14. Let's go to 13. This is Sirach 13:1. He that touches pitch shall be defiled therewith. And he that have fellowship with a proud man shall be like unto him. You're going to be defiled trusting in these people. Right? And see, this is why the Lord said, you know, don't abhor the medicines of the earth. Make your own tinctures and medications, man. I got soursop tincture going. I got a clove tincture I just made. I got a bee pollen tincture, a pine pollen tincture. I made some elderberry syrup the other day. To stay off this man's stuff, because he ain't gonna make America healthy again. He's trying to kill you. You see? Right? But the Lord, man, he gonna look out. Just like he did, all right, when he provided food for the, let's get that. Job, what's that, Job? What's it, Job 38? Yeah, it's Job 38. All right, hey, the Lord gonna provide, man. We don't have to count on this devil and the things that he has. All right, because it's all defiled and tampered. Yeah. Job 38:41. Who provided for the raven his food when his young ones cry unto Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai? They wonder for lack of meat. And where are the young ones that are crying out that this ain't right, man? You know, Moab is all involved in it. Okay? He ain't right. He eats bats. We've seen the videos of what these people eat. Dogs. That's not in our dietary laws. So the wicked are in rule, man. And you've been eating cloned meat from these people. This ain't right. So we wander for a lack of meat. All right? And that's spiritual meat. And that's this right here. Because it's all defiled. We're going to need the Heavenly Father to bless us. And like the rabbi said, hey, we've told you. But people don't give a damn. We're reading this revelation right now. People are going to hear this video. And you still going to keep eating wherever and whatever. Trusting into your favorite establishments, not considering what you're consuming. So these are the people who have destroyed the Lord's earth. And the Lord said he got something for them. Right? We can't even eat, food out here, man, without worrying what you put in your mouth. Revelation 11:18, the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, and thy time of the dead, that they should be judged and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants, the prophets, and to the saints, all Israelites. Right? The prophets are Israelites, and the saints that we read in Revelation, the 7th chapter, the 144,000 in the large multitude. Okay? All saints. And them that fear thy name. Does Esau fear the Lord's name? Does Moab fear the Lord's name? No, these are going to be the ones that say, hide us under the rocks, that the Lamb don't get them. All right, but we know that the blood is going to be shed upon Basra, according to Isaiah, the 60th chapter, man. Right? It says that fear thy name, small and great, and should destroy them which destroy the earth. So these people have to be destroyed. Okay? They destroyed the food chain, everything, the environment. We are literally living in hell. So I just saw this article. I just wanted to bring it out, let y'all know what time it is, what's going on, what the wicked is doing. Okay? And you got to be on point. All right? Watching all things. Now, reading the labels isn't even safe because the wicked are in rule. Right? So keep your how about your mouth shut first. Pray over everything you touch. And that the Lord comes soon and get us the hell up out of here. And with that, I give all honor and glory to Yahweh Shemel Shai, Bahashem, Habakak Radash. This the priest Azan, Ahmath, Bible Ball Shalom.